Hello, guys.
Hello,
Good
teacher.
morning, teacher.
Right. Hello, hello. Okay. Welcome to the last class of the week. So let's see. We're gonna we're gonna check today's class objective. Okay, and then I'm going to explain what we're doing. Okay. Okay. So the objective over here is, repeat it with me, discuss different job profiles
Discuss
Discuss
different
different
job
profile
profiles
required in digital marketing.
required in digital marketing.
here in digital marketing.
Okay. So this is our specific objective, but our class objective is to describe, okay, to describe different job profiles in digital marketing. So we're creating descriptions, okay? We're creating descriptions, okay, about different jobs in this field of working, okay? So the first activity for us to start working on this situation is asking your classmates, okay, the questions in the chat. Are you able to see the questions over there? Yes? Are you able to see them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So I'm sending you into rooms, into rooms in order to practice. Okay, here we go.
I haven't used my computer since the almost like 2 weeks. And I don't know why, but it's very slow.
Oh my God.
There it is. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Edwin.
Yes, I do.
So let's start. Do you have to attend a lot of meetings for your job? Let's start with Mahito.
Eh, um, have sometimes, some days, yes, but another not necessary. What about you?
In my case, that I'm a mechanic, um, I don't think so. We never have meetings.
maybe just to
each area, and then you can use it in the new position that you get.
Yeah,
So
and you get more experience in the company in
yeah,
different areas. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's for
nice.
true.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, and I think
Some of the questions we already started to discuss it.
yeah, it's about the work. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. And I think it's here Angela, Ernesto, Martin.
Okay. How are you guys?
Hey,
Hello, everybody.
How are you? So uh, I know today uh, Karina has a lot of meeting for, but do you have to attend a lot of meeting usually?
In my case, yes. Some days are all day of in a meeting.
Yeah. In my case also, with my boss, I have 3 meetings in on the week.
Okay.
So we have a lot of meeting with others manager, uh with PMO, with Majito. Majito help us in a couple of projects that we have to develop. And because of the project, probably we have to got a more meeting. What
Oh,
about the rest of you guys? Have you?
well, in my case, guys, I have a meeting 2 days per week with my boss and everyone.
Your boss is
And
Sylvia, right?
yes, but we have a meeting with Basil and with all that. I don't know, with a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I cannot assist because I'm working, but when I'm there, it's really interesting because it's talking about all and airman and with the aircraft and something else.
Yeah, and because with Basil, you have to practice your English, right?
Yes, a lot. Sometimes I don't understand what he said or someone else talked because all the meeting is in English.
but I
Yeah,
think
but
it's very nice because you learn a lot with their
yeah,
people.
you learn
Yes,
it
but
and
it's,
you
sometimes
practice
it's
it.
a little, yeah, I'm practice, but sometimes it's a little bit like what he said,
They
like
are
if
very I don't know how can I say comprensivos.
yeah, they are a lot of they have comprehension.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can say they are very understanding. Understanding.
Yes.
Understanding. Okay,
Okay.
teacher. Thank you.
What about the rest of you? And Stiro, Martin?
Hello guys, I was having issues with my microphone, but now it connected. What are you talking about?
We're talking about if you have to attend a lot of meeting for your job.
Like 2 months ago, I used to go to the meeting with the customer with JetBlue, but now I have like 2 months that I'm not going to the meeting because someone else is taking my place. I was like the QC representative in the meeting, but we don't say so much. We just like just a few points, and if it is necessary, if it is not, we just stay there.
To be as a listener.
Yeah, yeah, to be as a listener only.
Okay. Do you have to do a lot of paperwork?
Mm, well, not as you guys that you are like in an office, but I have to check the the technician's work, and that's a lot of paperwork, and you have to pay a lot of attention on how they document every step of the work, because if it is not well documented, there will be a problem with QA and with the customer and so on and so on.
Yeah. Well, in my case, I don't work with paperwork with paper because all the information are in the computer. But
Okay, okay,
if
yeah.
if the information was on a paper, well, probably I have to do a lot of paperwork. But I work a lot with Excel, with PowerPoint, most of the time with Excel, doing some analysis distributions, taking the information from another base, crossing bases, something like that. But paperwork for me is not so usual to do it.
Yeah, maybe me neither, because now that we have the electronic signature, now it's like less paper. We just have the routine cards that are in paper, but the non-routine cards are all in digital. So it's good. It's good. Less
Yeah.
paper. You just type.
What about you, Karina and Bridget?
In my case, it's very similar of you, Luis, because we use a lot of we made a lot of documents like PPTs or bases in Excel, and some formatos um,
Format.
formats. Yeah, okay. And some formats we try to use in the iPad because for the pandemic, we only or necessary things we made paperwork, but we made a new protocols or new ways to do the work in digital.
Yeah. Do you have to work overtime? And still, I think he has.
Sometimes, yes, yes,
Mm,
But
but
you receive a payment,
yeah,
and
yeah,
still
and
does,
zero.
and still does. I think you
yeah, I
don't,
do.
right?
Yeah,
I
in my
do.
case not. In my case not, but
Buen
sometimes
horario.
no.
Yeah, I wish.
And still, yeah, I see him when he go to
Ru-
the
Run to the bus.
yeah, yeah, with Joshua.
Yeah, running.
Yeah, but sometimes it's necessary to get over schedule. Yeah.
If there's no payment, I don't think they can count on me.
Okay.
As an undertaker.
It's difficult. Is yes, it's difficult to know about that profession.
Yeah. At least you know somebody that works in a funerary. Funeraria.
Mm,
A mortuary.
more try.
All right.
We can pass to the Another question.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you like your boss? Why or why not? Good question.
Tell us, Edwin.
What about Mojito? Do you like your boss?
Ah,
I'm
Jorge.
Do you
Mojito.
like Chema? No, do you
Jorge,
like the way that Chema
wait a,
manage?
wait a minute. You have to respond the other questions. The first one.
Which one?
Are your bosses here, by the way?
No, teacher.
No, no, no,
Oh,
No.
okay.
Jorge is our boss.
no,
Really?
no,
Yes.
no,
When
no.
he,
God.
yes,
I'm mechanic.
when he
He's going to
entered,
be.
when he entered to our group,
Mhm.
he he
He used to be.
he used to be tell us what we are doing.
Oh, he used to tell you.
Yes.
Okay. Did you like him in the past? Back then? Did you like him?
Ya nos acostumbramos.
You got used to it. Okay. Fine.
Okay. I'm just kidding, Jorge.
Yeah, I know.
But
But you have to answer my question.
yes, I agree with my boss. I
Mhm.
like how he lead our group, and
Chema.
I see, yes, and I learning every day with he, and especially because he is an, I consider that he is an strategic person, and
Yeah.
he calm when he throw, or when he be uh, in a in a problem, and
Really.
I have to learn about that.
You know that he was a supervisor.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Why your question?
No.
And
Only for
he was your boss.
what?
He was your boss. No.
Yeah. He was my boss.
And are you agree with me or not?
Yeah. Chema, when he was my boss, I know he was a good person, and he managed the aircraft very good.
Yes. Es Coco.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you? I know, but you are boss.
No, I'm not a boss. I have a boss.
But you are boss or something like that because
No,
you are a supervisor.
no, but I have boss.
Are you a supervisor, Jorge?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Good.
And do you like your boss, and why yes?
Yeah. Who? Bueno, my boss is Abarca,
Mhm.
Mhm.
And why you are
and the manager is Edgar.
Okay, so we got started talking about jobs already. Okay, so I want you to refresh your memory from yesterday's session. Do you guys remember what we discussed in yesterday's class? What did we work on? Take a look at this. What was this for? Okay, help me remember. What was this for?
Comparative.
Okay, why did we use them?
To explain or to compare some things.
What thing specifically?
It can be
Those things, the adjectives, nouns,
nouns,
verbs.
verbs.
Okay, very good. So we had like different parts of the speech. Why were we working with these parts of the speech? What was our topic? What were we trying to discuss in yesterday's session or to compare?
The professions
Professions? Okay, professions and occupations, right?
and occupations.
Okay, so we were trying to discuss benefits or any other detail that came to our minds at the moment of making examples, right? So as you said, we used adjectives, we use nouns, we use verbs, and past participles. Okay. So now, what are we gonna do right now? I want to share with you a chart that is full of this information. In the chart, you will see adjectives, you will see nouns, you will see verbs, and you will see past participle verbs. Okay. So what are you supposed to do? What's your job? What do you think your job is gonna be? By looking at this chart. What do you think we're about to do?
Write the better comparative word.
Okay, great examples with the structures that we studied. Okay, but we're gonna leave that for later. Right now, our first activity is to select the categories in which we're going to set every word in the chart. So our categories are gonna be adjectives, nouns, verbs, and past participles. Okay, for example, word number 1 is the word challenging. What type of word is it? Is it an adjective? Is it a verb? Is it a noun? Or is it a past participle?
It's an adjective.
It is an adjective, right? Challenging. Okay, so I'm given a quality with the word challenging. Good. So we're gonna do the same with all the words in the chart. Are you ready? We're gonna put them in categories. Are the instructions okay? Yes. Okay, so here we go. I'm about
Yes.
to send you a screenshot with this vocabulary. So remember, just put the words in what you think their correct categories are. That's all we have to do right now. We're not making examples yet. We're just going to separate or select the information into their categories. So here we go. We're making 3 groups for this activity. Here we go.
participate is, right? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, Luis.
Okay. So challenging is an adjective there.
Challenging, it's an adjective. Yeah.
The next one, education. Education
Education,
is a noun.
it's a noun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Entertaining.
Mm,
It could be an adjective.
An adjective.
Yes, you're right.
Entertaining. Work is a verb.
yeah.
Yeah.
Earn is a verb also.
Earn. Well paid. I think it's a noun.
Yeah, it's a noun.
And Estilo is well paid as a QC.
Yeah. And all the time get out in horario.
Yeah. Accepted.
Accepted.
Is past participle, right?
Yeah, yeah. Past participle also. Let's see. I was about to say
Also
quiero ver.
complicate. Complicate.
Complicated. For
Preparation.
me, complicated is a noun, but
It is a noun, you think?
Complicated,
You
complicado.
are complicated.
No,
Ali.
I think it's an adjective. I don't know.
It is
It's
an
the-
adjective.
It's an
Okay.
adjective, okay.
Well paid.
Well paid is a past participle. I think so.
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Good.
Why do you think that?
Because the verb is in the past
It's in
participle.
past.
Paid. Ah, okay.
No, the past of pay is paid, and the past
Paid.
participle is the same.
Okay.
Mhm.
The other one,
Accepted.
past participle.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. Complicated too.
Yeah.
Preparation is a verb, isn't a verb.
Preparation. I think it's a noun.
But
Prepare is a verb.
okay, it could be yes, you're right.
If you say the word prepare is a verb, and prepare with the ed at the end is verb in past, but preparation I think is a noun,
You are right.
but I'm not sure.
Very good.
Okay.
Yes. Stressful is the teacher said it was an adjective.
Yes, an adjective, stressful.
Spend is a
Stressful.
verb.
Which spend? Ah, yeah. Spend. Tiring, it's an adjective, right? Something
I'm tired.
that makes you feel tired.
Exactly. It is an adjective. Very good.
Teacher, could you give us an example about using tiring as an adjective?
Yes. Working all day is tiring.
Okay.
Or let's see, an activity, and it has to be an activity what I'm describing. So I have to say taking calls all day is tiring. Or being a mother is tiring. You see?
I imagine that.
For sure.
Yes.
For
Thank
sure.
you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Welcome.
Knowledge. Knowledge
Knowledge.
and a noun.
Knowledge. It's no.
knowledge. Flexible, it's an adjective,
Mm-hmm.
something that it's flexible. Comfort,
Yes.
it's an adjective, something that
Like a verb or like an adjective?
I don't know. I start to thinking the use of flexible, and I don't know. We can use as a verb.
I search on Google and find that is an adjective.
Flexible
Adjective.
adjective. Hmm.
Okay. Flexible.
Yeah, it's less stressful.
Hi, Ronald. Were you in a group with someone?
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Good, good. How are you? Were you?
Sorry, but the traffic is very,
Oh, I
very
know.
hard.
I know. It's bad right now. Don't worry. I'm sending you to a group, okay?
Okay, no worry.
No,
I think, yes, I
because
think.
here in El Salvador, I only heard about the banner. Very cool. I think that is the name of the new project that for polarizar carros.
Really?
Yeah, and the other one is grafito. Grafito is I don't know who I say polarizado. Monopolarized, I think.
Ah,
Yes.
Grafito is the polarized that you can find in the bank because in the outside you cannot see anything, but for the
Yes.
inside you can see it. Yeah,
oh my
this is
God.
the polarizado. The name is grafito,
Ah, interesting.
but yeah, but the polarizado that
Nanoceramic.
you're that you're
Okay, let's get started. Give me the words you have as adjectives. You have selected as adjectives. Here we go.
Challenging.
Respectful,
Yes,
tiring,
good. More?
flexible,
Anything else?
Comfort.
Comfort. Okay.
Comfort.
This one goes here as a noun.
Really.
Yes.
Because that is comfortable.
The adjective is comfortable. Perfect. We're gonna type it here. I know it's not in the list, but it's gonna go here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. Very good contribution. Let's continue.
entertaining,
Okay. Okay. So we say entertaining. Anything else?
demanding,
Good. More?
Rewarding or rewarding.
Yes.
Rewarding.
Rewarding. Okay.
Rewarding
Anything else?
and promising.
Okay. We say this one promising. Promising. One more time. Promising.
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 Good. Anything else?
No, I have the same ones.
All right. Very good. Let's move on to nouns. Remember, nouns are words that we can count or we cannot count. They are things. Okay. So we already have one. What could be the next one?
Education.
Good. Okay. To pronounce this word, we can say edu, like if it's a Y. So we say edu, education. Education.
Education.
Okay.
Education.
Anything else?
Preparation.
Well paid.
knowledge,
Preparation. You said knowledge, right? Knowledge. Oh, I just misspelled.
No, well
Yeah,
paid.
knowledge.
Prep.
opportunities,
Okay.
Well paid.
Well paid. Well paid can go as an adjective. Or it can go, yes, here as a past participle. Well paid. Okay. Now, so preparation. If you said something else, I'm sorry, I missed it. So can you repeat it? Preparation?
Opportunity.
Opportunities, right? Very good. Anything else?
benefit,
Knowledge.
work,
Oh, yes, you said knowledge. Yes. What else?
benefit,
Yes. Benefits, perks.
work,
Yes.
Work is a verb.
work.
Work is a verb and it is a noun as well. We can have it in both. Yes. Okay. Like for example, when I say I have so much work, right? Or as a verb, I work so much. You see? That is
Well known
well known. Oh,
is the same as adjectives as
yes,
past participle.
exactly. Well known. We'll leave it here. Okay. And we will leave it here. Okay. All right. Any other words in nouns? What other guesses do you have or opinions? Or are we okay so far? No more?
Yes.
Use
Okay.
that.
Okay. Verbs.
Work, earn, spend,
Earn.
treat.
Treat,
Earn, spend, and treat. Okay. Very good. Is there any word you would like a particular word you would like to see an example of?
Perks.
Perks. Okay. So,
I probably it is the same that benefits, but when do I have to use
oh, sure.
each one?
Oh, there's no difference actually. They're interchangeable. They are just synonyms.
Okay.
So, what? Okay, help me read this question. So,
What work perks are there at your workplace?
for example, in mine, we get to have a monthly bonus for performance. performance. For good performance, we could say. Okay, what other perks are there at work, or what other perks do you guys have at work? Other benefits. For example, Ventra is a benefit that
Yeah.
Airman gives you. What else?
Yes. We
Food
receive
teacher.
Mhm.
we receive a bonus for lunch.
And also a
Yeah.
ticket, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, for lunch.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay, so those are perks or benefits, right? So it's the same word. You just, let's say you can select which you would like to use better. Okay. Any other?
We have life insurance.
Oh, good. That sounds good to me. You guys are very lucky to have the job you have. I have heard many good things about Aramet. Okay, let me send you the screenshot of what we have over here. Okay, so that you have this information. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so now that we have done our part over here into making a separation of words, we're gonna go back to a chart, to the chart we have from yesterday's class. I'm gonna display it here for my screen. Okay. Okay, just to refresh the information, because I'm about to give you the new guidelines. Okay. So let's make an example comparing jobs, because we're talking about jobs, right? So we're going to be comparing jobs, okay, with adjectives. Okay. Which of these three forms would you like to go by? Would you like to start? Do you want us to make an example using more or less, or saying harder, or saying, sorry, or just saying is, okay? Or in the negative form? We can go more or less, or we can go with the verb to be, okay, in the positive form, or with the verb to be in the negative form.
In the negative form.
In the negative form, okay. And we're gonna say not as. We're gonna place the adjective here, and we will compare the other job. Are we okay? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Give me the adjective you want to use from the list.
Promising.
Promising. Okay. Okay, promising. So I'm gonna start with, okay. So I'm gonna say, since I am starting with an activity, do you guys remember that in basic 3, basic 4, you guys studied gerunds? Do you remember that topic? Gerunds? What is a gerund?
Ones that their suffix is ing, I think.
Oh, we add ing, okay, to the verb, right? Okay. So when I use a verb in the beginning of my sentence, it becomes my subject pronoun. So this is why I'm going to say working as a street vendor. Okay, let's do it like this. Working as a street vendor. And what structure are we using? Is, look. Help me finish it.
Not us.
It's not us.
It's not as. What is the adjective?
Promising.
Okay,
As.
promising. Promising as.
It's not as promising us.
A formal work.
Oh, it's not as promising as. Okay, so a formal job, right? Formal job. So I need to use an action. Okay, what is the action I'm gonna use? Because as you can see in my sentence, I started with working as a street vendor, right? So I need to use another gerund. So in order to say a formal job, what is a verb I can use? Do you think the verb have is okay? Have a formal job?
Yeah, you may
Okay.
use it.
Okay, so as having, repeat it with me, as having.
As having.
As having.
Finish it.
Having
Okay.
formal work.
Okay, okay, read the example for me. Come on, 3, 2, 1, go. Working is in the chat.
Working as an
Working
street
in a street vendor
is not
is not.
Working as a street vendor is not as promising as having a formal job.
Okay, listen to me. I'm missing the word before street. So listen, working as a street vendor is not as promising as having a formal job. Your turn. Working
Working as a street
Working as a
vendor
street vendor is not as promising as
formal
having a formal job.
Okay, are we okay? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to see another example with adjectives?
Please.
Okay, what form do you want to use? Do you want to use more, less, or do you want to use the verb to be in the positive form or the verb to be in the negative form?
More or less form, please.
Okay, more or less. Okay, so what adjective do you want to use from the chart?
Stressful.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, I'm gonna start with the gerund because we're talking about activities, right? So I'm going to say, okay, I'm gonna say having 2 jobs. You see, having 2 jobs. And you said more, right? Or you said less?
Yeah.
I just don't remember, sorry.
More.
I'm not.
More.
Okay, I'm not like at my fullest today. So having 2 jobs, all right. Having 2 jobs is more what? Is more, you said?
Stressful.
Oh, of course. Stressful, then what situation?
Than having just one job.
Good, you got it. Having just one job. Okay, everybody, read it. It's in the chat. Having
The jobs.
Having 2 jobs is
Having
more
2 jobs is more stressful than
stressful
having
having
just
having
one
just
job.
one job.
Okay, very good. Mhm. Okay, so these are some examples with adjectives. Okay, so what do we have to do? Use our imagination. What do you want to describe? Okay, now, nouns. Okay, so with nouns, we can say we need to use a verb, you see, and we can say better or worse. We can say more, has more, or gives you more, okay, requires more, okay, or we can say isn't as much, okay, we're comparing the amount, okay, in the third one. Do you want to compare amount? Do you want to use the word more, or do you want to use better or worse? What do you want to do?
As much work as.
As much work as, okay. Give me a noun from the list.
Knowledge.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I'm gonna say being, or no, let's do working as a, so I'm gonna say working as a teacher. Okay, I'm gonna compare my job. Working as a teacher, okay. And since I need to use a noun, I need to use a verb before I use the noun, right? Okay, I need to direct my opinion. So working as a teacher doesn't require, listen, doesn't require, and we say as much what? As much?
Knowledge.
Okay. Knowledge as what? As working as what?
Scientist.
Oh, okay. You got a point. As a scientist, okay. Okay, read your example. It's in the chat. Working
Working as a
Working
teacher
as a
teacher
teacher
doesn't
doesn't
require
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 as much
much knowledge as working as
working
a
as a
scientist.
scientist.
I agree. You are right. And the knowledge is different, you see. Okay. Now, what's the next example you would like to work together with? You see, in this case, we can change the verb that is over here. When we are describing a job with nouns, we don't focus on the verb, right? We focus on the noun, but we need to have a verb. So in these cases, they have, in the example, you have like only examples with have or isn't, but you can use any verb that you want. Okay, so you just have to make sure that the verb complies with the noun that you're using. Okay, in this case, in my example, I use the verb require, you see? I use the verb require because I was talking about knowledge. Okay, okay.
and you said the auxiliary because you're writing a negative sentence.
Exactly, exactly. Good, good. All right. So would you like to see an example with more or better?
Please, teacher, whatever, any of both.
With any, okay. So, okay, what noun would you like to work with? Select the noun. I have, how many people do I have in this group? I have 16 people. And anybody is free to say something.
Opportunity.
Opportunities, okay, very good. So, okay, I'm gonna use more. Okay, more. And I'm gonna say, speaking English. Look, I'm talking about a skill right now. Speaking English. What verb do you want to use? I'm pretty sure you know what I mean to say. What example, what type of example I want to give you? Speaking English. And I want to say more opportunities. What do you want to say?
Will give you.
Gives.
Gives you, will give you. Any of those is okay. Will give you, or I can say gives you. Okay. What?
More opportunities.
More opportunities.
More opportunities.
More chances.
Oh, good. You got another one. Chances. Then, oh, let me help you with the end. Then not speaking English, you see? So, speaking English. Okay. So, help me read the sentence there. It's in the chat.
Speaking English will give
Speaking
you.
English will give
Speaking
you
English will
Or,
give you the full,
or gives you.
or gives you more opportunities
give you more
More
opportunities
opportunities
than
chances
not
than
speaking.
not speaking
than
English.
not speaking English.
Good. Okay. Okay. Now we're checking the next example with verbs. With verbs. Oh, okay. So I say a verb and I can say more. I can say a verb and I can say as much as. I can say a verb in the negative form and I can also use as much as. What type of example would you like to see?
The negative form.
The negative form. Okay, select one of the verbs in the chart.
Earn.
Earn. Okay. So I'm going to say a veterinarian. I am referring to the person, right? I'm going to say a vet. It's short for veterinarian. So a vet, what's the verb? Come on, help me out. A vet.
Earns.
Okay. What? More than.
More money than.
Okay. More than. What type of?
Than the dentist.
Than a
it could be.
dentist. Okay. Very good. Okay. Read the example. A vet.
A vet.
A vet earns more money
Earns
than
more money than a dentist.
Than a dentist, or we can just say earns more than a dentist, and people already understands you're talking about money. Oh, okay. What's another example you would like to see over here?
Teacher, I just got a doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
Is because we are using the verb earns, we don't need to add the word money.
It's not necessary. It's like saying gana más que, o si pone la palabra dinero, le estaría diciendo gana más dinero que un dentista. So it's the same.
Okay, okay. Thank
No
you.
problem. Okay. Another example. Negative? As much as? What do you want?
Yeah, negative.
Negative as much
Negative.
as. Okay. Let's see. Give me a noun. Sorry, give me a verb from the list.
Spend.
Right.
Can you repeat it? Spend. You said spend?
Red.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one is street. Street. Okay.
Street.
Okay, so here for as much as. Okay. I think spend fits better this example. Okay. So. Okay. A dentist. Okay. Positive or negative? What do you want?
Negative.
Okay. A dentist doesn't spend.
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 It's not earn.
Oh, you could use earn, but you gave me spend. So I'm gonna give you an example with spend. Okay. A dentist doesn't spend on resources. You see?
Yes.
Yes. On resources as much as whom?
A mechanic.
Okay. So my question is, who spends more money on research on resources, a dentist or a mechanic? Based on this example,
A mechanic.
a mechanic spends more, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good, because we're saying spend on resources, right? Okay. Now, okay. So let me see what time it is. It's 8:06. Okay, very good. Now with past participles, look, we're using expressions like better paid. It's like saying mejor pagado que. Okay. Is as well paid as. Es también pagado como. O no es tan bien pagado como. What is a past participle that we have in the list?
Will pay.
We have well paid, right?
Paid.
And we
Well
also have
known.
well known. Okay. So, okay. What is a job that you think is not so popular? Can you give me a type of job that is not so popular?
Astronaut.
An astronaut. Okay. So, being an astronaut, so I'm going to say being an astronaut is not as well known, okay, as being what? We're saying no es tan bien conocido. So, as being what?
As being a doctor.
Okay. Okay. You see? Okay. So, because of time matters, the next activity we're doing is the following. I'm going to write the instructions here. Okay. Look. So I'm going to delete this. Okay. And in order to digest this topic, to understand it, to give you some time to process the topic, I'm just going to elicit, okay, one example per type of comparison. Okay. Okay. How many examples? Just
Four.
One.
Just one per type. So at the end, 4 examples. Okay.
Yep.
What a bargain. What a deal. Okay. Now, so, and we're just making 2 groups. Okay. So the more people in the group, the better. Okay. So give me one example per type of comparison, and you can select any job. Okay. Any profession, any occupation. All right. It's up to you. You decide. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Give me the
Example.
yeah, just
Very
give
good.
me the chance to put, okay, this one. The grammar focus. With adjectives, what of the one do you want to use? Harder than, more, less, not as?
Mm, more or less, more or less.
Okay. And what of the adjectives do you want to use?
Complicated.
In this case, you just select one, right? More, or you can go with
Or
less.
less?
Just one.
Okay. So,
Did you see the word?
Yes, Hector. Thank you.
Okay, let me.
Yes.
Oh, the teacher share us the information on WhatsApp. I didn't check.
Sorry.
Did you hear me?
Yes, Hector.
And then what we need to do?
We have to write one example per I don't know. I forget the I forget the word.
I think that is for one of the
The comparison.
Comparisons. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
adjective, noun, verbs, and past participle, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
First, with adjective. Any idea?
Wait a minute.
I'll try to do one example with nouns.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
So,
Ay, no puede ser.
Yeah, because
Ay,
women
That's
have
that's
around 10 pair of shoes.
that's your
qué
challenge,
mentira.
Angela.
No, I'm okay. It's like a, what the hell is this? Pero está bien.
What the hell is this? Huh?
this is men anarchy.
Yeah.
Ya va. Yo me siento como la parte de feminazi se me sale.
The teacher has the guilt about this.
Yeah.
Now, guys, really, what do you want to put on here?
No,
Yeah,
here's good. Yeah, because
I think it's good.
it's another truth.
Ah, Jorgiro.
Okay, with the noun, have, better, worse, more.
The letter, we don't need to add the letter, the word money. Spend as much money as.
No, because the teacher says that when you use spend or earn,
You understand that it is money.
you understand that it's money.
Okay. Oh yeah. I thought it was just an earn, but you're right, guys.
Okay, with a noun, better, worse, more, or as much as. What do you think? Better?
Better.
Better.
What now?
We can write it down. Women are better than men.
This is false. This is not true.
It's just an example, Jorgiro.
No, because
what are better
Don't
in
take
what?
it. Don't take it personal.
Are
In
better in what?
cooking, in washing, washing the dishes, in buy things.
I take a lot
Select
of personal.
person.
I take a lot of things personal.
Chate agua.
Are better in what? Because with a noun, are better.
Drivers. Women are better driving than men.
No, that's
No.
Go
not
ahead.
true.
No. Go ahead. It's
That's
just
not
an
true.
example. Go ahead. You did your example. I gave you one. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We need to score 10, but don't say in live.
Yeah.
United States. Okay.
How many examples for category are
I think there are 2 or 1. I don't know. don't know if it makes sense, but in my case, yes.
Y hay que poner, ¿verdad? Veneno.
Paid.
That is true.
Okay, if you say it, men are as well paid as women. Okay.
Yeah, but in some cases, if Silvita was
You can share with me in the chat group, please.
Okay, I send it. Dr. Studies more.
Okay. Between Cari send you the example for verbs. I try to do in past
In
participle.
past participle. Okay.
Okay. Are an airplane mechanic.
With
Past participle or verbs.
Past participle is better paid than a mechanic, a car mechanic. Sorry, a mechanics car mechanic.
The new coworker made the activities more, no, made the activities
Okay, let's check the examples from the first group, which is Angela, Edwin, Ernesto, Jorge, Luis Ivan, Marvin, and Ronald.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and probably some of you will not be agree with the example, but we discussed this, and also Angela has agreed with us.
Oh, God.
She's the queen. She's the queen of the group.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Okay. Marvin, say the first one, please.
Okay.
It's not true.
Women are more complicated than men.
What about the
This is
rest?
true.
Do you agree, guys? Everyone in the group, do you agree?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
always, always we agree.
also Angela, also
No.
Angela.
Okay. Okay, let's jump into the next one.
Jorge, could you read the next
Sure.
one for me, please?
Sure. Men don't spend as much as women on shoes.
Yes.
Okay. As women,
As women, sorry.
okay. Okay. So we're going to change the position of on shoes. Men don't spend on shoes as much as women. All right. Very good. I know some men who spend a lot of money on shoes, more than women.
Probably gay ones.
Okay. Gay is not a bad word. It is good. It's like saying extremely happy, right? Did you know that?
Yeah,
Yes? Okay,
yeah,
very good.
yeah.
Good.
That guy
Okay.
is the
Okay.
president.
Angela, please read the next one for me, please.
Okay. Women are better shopping than men.
Okay.
And
In this
Ronald,
in this
the last one.
sentence, I understand that women are a thing, are better shopping. Would you say you can say better shoppers?
Shoppers. Okay.
Compradoras, right? Shoppers. Okay.
Okay.
Than men.
Okay.
Good. And the last one?
The last
Ronald,
is,
could you read the last one?
okay. Men are as well paid as women.
All right. Guess what? You got them all correct. The first one is an adjective. The second one is a verb. The third example is a noun. And the last one is a past participle. Great job. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let's move on to the next group. Let's see what you guys have. Is group number 2 ready? Who's going to help us read? Okay, who will read? Can you guys hear me?
A
Sorry,
little
teacher,
bit
we cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Can you hear me now?
better.
So far.
Okay. Well, what about now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
now
ahead.
good.
Go ahead.
Okay. For adjectives, improvise is more challenging than write before speaking.
Okay. Feedback. Improvise is an activity and it's starting your sentence. So we say improvising.
Okay.
And the same with the next activity. Then writing. Good. Very good. Adjective. Very good example. Okay, let's continue.
The second one is rest on my own house is comfortable than rest on my sister's house.
Okay, we're going to apply the same rule. So we're going to say resting.
Okay, rest. The examples for nouns. Education in El Salvador is poor than United States.
Okay, in this one, you can say poorer.
Okay.
The comparative form. But in this example, we're not using a noun. This is an adjective, you see? Education in El
Yes.
Salvador is poorer. It's like más pobre, right? Poorer, yes. Okay.
Okay. The second one is work opportunities on Europe are better than El Salvador.
Okay, this is good, but this is still an adjective because you're saying better.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see.
For verbs, I spend more money than I earn.
Me too. Very good job. Very good job. That's a verb. Mhm. And the last one?
Past participle, airplane mechanics is better paid than a car mechanics.
Okay, very good. Okay, so in this case, we're gonna say airplane mechanics are better paid.
Okay, are better paid.
Are, because it's plural, are better paid than car mechanics. So we're giving a plural example, right? Very good.
And the last one, the new coworker do faster than others.
Oh, okay. The new coworkers perform activities, we could say.
Okay. Perform activities faster than others.
Okay, in this case, we're using an adjective as well, you see, because you're saying that they are faster than others. Okay, but the structure is good, but this one goes as an adjective. All right. Okay, very good examples, very good. Okay, in this case, you guys gave examples about jobs. Okay, before we finish today's session, how do you guys feel about this topic? Tell me. Tell me.
Yeah, it's kind of confused, bro. In the case that you have to using on a verb or a noun. For example, for my case, probably in the speaking way, you use as well as the examples given to us.
Okay.
But if you ask me exactly, put me an example of an adjective with a verb with a noun, probably I got confused because it's hard for me to understand which one is an adjective, which one is a verb. Not a verb. It's a noun or a past participle.
Good. The reason why this might be a little confusing at the beginning, and I understand it is confusing, is because we're not familiar with identifying the categories of words. We are familiar with using them, just using them in practice, okay, in an empirical way, we would say, right? So we're used to using them in action. But the reason why we're checking this topic is, and the reason why we're identifying the different categories of these words is because it's better to know what type of words we're using. And let me tell you why. If you know the category of the words we're using, you will be much better at speaking, because you will understand why it is not possible to say some things in the way we are sometimes used to saying them. Maybe we're used to saying an expression the way we understand it, but then when we come to analyze the part of the speech or the kind of family, let's call it, the kind of family the word belongs to, we will realize why things are supposed to be said in a different way. Of course, when you're speaking, the other person is not asking you, so what part of the speech is this word? So what type of word is this? No, we're doing this in order to practice, to be more comfortable, more familiar with the types of words they are, so that at the moment of speaking, it's more understandable for us to say things and more natural. At the beginning, like in these two first sessions, it might sound like it's a little bit confusing, but you will see as we continue to practice the topic, it will come naturally. In the future sessions, I am expecting you to speak more than just write your ideas. Okay, so this is going to be a process. My advice to you, with this little vocabulary that we have in the charts, check it over the weekend. I'm not asking you to spend all your time on the words, but like try to remember what type of word is this, okay? Because it helps us understand the language in a better way. You will see. Okay, so Hector Arenales. Sandy, let you go. Okay, Ernesto Cruz.
Here.
Jorge del Cid.
Here.
Okay, Karina Escobar.
I'm here.
Okay, Janet Estrada.
I'm here, teacher.
Edwin Fabian.
Here.
Okay, Jose Flores was stuck in traffic. Let's see, Martin Flores.
Here, teacher.
Okay, Ronald Garcia.
I'm here, teacher.
Marvin Hernandez.
Here, teacher.
Silvia Hernandez. She's not here. Did she send me a message? Help me remind. Let's see. No, I didn't see any messages from her. Okay, so Luis Lara.
Here.
Georgina Lopez. Georgina is here. Jonathan Ramos, not here. Salvador Rauda. He sent a message, right? Okay. So let's see. Angela Renderos.
Here.
Germán Rivera. He was here. Oscar de Jesus Rivera.
Here I am.
Okay, and Maria Jose Salvador.
I'm here, teacher.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your commitment. See you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Weekend. Happy weekend.
You too.
Thank you.